else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. You already got me, baby.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship Weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stops. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
From the 34. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On play action now, McCarthy. He rolls to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Will Reichard now to try the Vikings field goal. This a 39-yarder. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this third down.
Phil King. No touch.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First down throwing for Hurts. Higgins makes the catch. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. This one's caught. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, second down coming up.
Another snap from the 8 here. It's second and goal.
Carlos, get it. Carlos. Very set. Hey. Hey, easy. 63, bad. Don't touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has it in close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Trying again, following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first two plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Cook trying this one. Massive hit. The ball is out. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Third and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Cooper to Gene with the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And the Eagles get to it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up what's ever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
He finds Brown right side.
Now, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Hurts. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they get this down to the 28. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll come up 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But, Kate, the good news, you got 2 more downs to try to find it first.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a 20-zip lead. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Cook. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10 now. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy gets everything he has under this throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Collects this at the 35. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Eagles will take possession. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down.
Silver, set.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Miami. Round up Yanni. Hey, easy. 63, 60. Going silver, ready?
On 1st down, Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. Escapes a defender. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Great, set. Tiger swamp.
They send a man in motion. they don't get anything on the run. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
73! 73! No touch.
And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Come on, set! Let go!
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 2 on that pickup, and after another run, he stopped shy. It's 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
73! 73! There! No touchdown!
On 4th down, Hurts. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now!
Here's a give to Cook. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Vikings in a nice spot, 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He lets one fly deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Going on 3rd, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. 2 yards on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Pass is caught by Addison. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to the air, McCarthy. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 10. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set. Don't touch it.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Great, set. Hey, Silver. Don't touch it.
Hurts now from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Great, set. Hey. Alpha.
They kick the running back in motion. Barkley's got it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Crowd left, Yeti. Don't touch it.
From the 43. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Crowd left, Yeti. Alpha. Don't touch it.
They'll throw it again. Catch is made in close. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Oh, nearly got to the end zone there. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Crowd left, Yeti.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Don't touch it.
1st down from the red zone. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's going to step out with no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal.
Don't touch it.
Quick throw left side, complete. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Great, set. Don't touch it.
Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And no return here, and this is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
He's back to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey! Don't touch it! Don't touch it!
They give to Barkley, left side. And this one doesn't go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
63.
From the 33 on 2nd down. On target to his man Higgins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Don't touch it! Crowd up, Yeti! Don't touch it!
First down, a run with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, against the better defenses in this league.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. It is caught left side. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Eagles regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Running right, it's Barkley. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Silver, set. Great, set.
They send a tight end in motion. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Great, set.
They'll pitch it to Barkley. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles tack on 7 more to their lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He put everything he had into this one. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. McCarthy to throw for it. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Dadrian Taylor-Deverson getting there for the tackle. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 coming up here. They go to Barkley again. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's on the move. Brought in close to the 8. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Tiger swamp.
He finds him right side. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
70 Lions, go!
Now run by Cook. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's Vikings ball. We'll see if they can come up with something here and stave off elimination. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to the air, McCarthy. Forced out. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
On the carry, here's Damian Pierce. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. Back to throw, Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he gets back to the line, but no more. Here comes Bryce Behringer to handle the 4th down punt. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. And this one gets just beyond midfield before sailing out. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Tag. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Huh.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
There is no question this defense has risen to the occasion of prime time tonight. There's also no question that this is a window into the kind of beating quarterbacks can take when you can't protect him. He's going to have to use all week to get his body right to hopefully hit the field next week.
Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. Fielded at the 11. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
Hurts to throw. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running left, this is Barkley. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles authoring a blowout here. First and 10 from the 41.
Great, set. No touch.
Running left, it's Pierce. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Set. Hey. No touch.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
Great, set.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
No touch.
And it's a nice gain, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. 4 yards there, but just can't get him in. It's 4th and goal from the 1.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays.
And they fake it on 4th and 1. This is caught. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
Everybody needs a good emergency quarterback, and I think this team just found their man. Seems like a call they had confidence in, no question about it. And what a perfect moment to call it.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.